Gent-Wevelgem in Flanders Fields marks the 9th round of the UCI Women's World Tour. Despite its name, the race starts in the city of Ypres. The race heads north into the coast in West Flanders, a race of two halves. The first part is flat yet exposed with a threat of echelons due to the high wind. The second part consists of 7 bergs.
Today seems to be like a very windy day, so we need to pay extra attention and we need to be attentive on the flat parts, because especially on the Boden it can be really windy and echelon can be formed, and then there is that hilly circuit that is always a tricky one, and the last 25 Ks are always pretty crucial. So it's a long race, you need to keep attention almost everywhere here, so it's going to be a bit stressful and hectic.
Sure, my goal is to go all out every race, of course, and yeah, just to give my everything when I pass the finish, that I know I've done everything that I could.
I'm still confident in my own sprint. I think you always need to be that, but I know she's also really strong, so I need to time my sprint perfectly if it comes up to a sprint.
An open race, but one in favour of the classic specialists and sprinters should they make it over the climbs. 168.5 kilometres of thrilling racing awaits the riders, with 5 former winners on the start line. 6 riders escaped the peloton with 164 kilometres to go. Their advantage grew to over 4 minutes and 20 seconds, but it all came back together with 78 kilometres remaining. Kopecky, the world champion, wasted no time in making several accelerations, but the wind also had a lot to answer for, multiple splits in the peloton. Longo Borghini and Brown crashed, but fortunately both were quickly back on their feet and onto 2 wheels again. Let's hope they're not too affected later in the race. Onto the Koppelbergs, and it was once again Kopecky pushing the pace. On the steepest side of the Kemmelberg, it's only her teammate Wiebes and the British champion Georgie who could follow the informed Belgian. They were soon joined by a strong group of reinforcements with 31 kilometres remaining. Back into Ypres and towards Meningate, it all came back together. Team SD Works Pro Time taking a gamble and playing a bunch sprint card. But there was no signs of injury for early faller Grace Brown, the Aussie launching a blistering attack with 2.1 kilometres from the finish. It's all come back together inside the final few hundred metres. Kopecky's job is done for Wiebes, and Wiebes launches her sprint. Balsamo trying to come down the right-hand side. Cole is out of the frame. Coming with speed is Consoni. A throw for the line, and it's a photo finish. Lorena Wiebes wins her first Gent-Wevelgem.
Very nice victory for you. What does it mean to win Gent-Wevelgem?
Yeah, I'm really happy to finally win it. It took a few years. Yeah, the team did an amazing job. We made a race hard, but at the end it was anyway a bunch sprint. But I was happy with the legs and really happy with the lead out from Lotte also.
It was a hard race, really hectic, really windy, and with some hills. It was full of attacking on the hilly part, and then yeah, the final was thrilling because the photo finish with Lorena and Elisa was really close, so yeah, I think it was a nice race in general.
After round 9, there's no change in the UCI Women's World Tour leaders' jerseys. The racing didn't stop during the podium celebrations either. It was champagne showers, Elisa Balsamo getting the better of that one. Wiebes wins her first Gent-Wevelgem, 5 nationalities in the top 10. Thanks to her stellar performance, Balsamo is nipping at the heels of Kopecky. 22 points separate the duo. Another top performance from Petersen. She extends her lead in the youth rankings. A photo finish meant that Lorena Wiebes couldn't celebrate when crossing the line, but she more than made up for it with the fans post-race.